Hey everyone. Hey, it's kind of Scott here sitting in for Santa Bob. Hey, we want to welcome everybody to the Bob Randyl and Company show for episode 8, season 2, March 27th, 2023. And Randall, how's the weather in your part of the world?
Welcome again, everybody. Happy Monday, TGIM to everybody. Yeah, Bob's whatever that is. I don't know.
I think he's doing the bunny hop.
He's doing the bunny hop, yeah. And I don't want to give anybody a weird visual about a cottontail on Bob either. I don't want to start the show that way, but the weather is kind of chilly this morning, a little drizzly, but they say it's supposed to hit 50, but it doesn't feel like it. So I was going to want to do some work in the new Florida room out here in Michigan, a Florida room. I know it sounds silly, but little too chilly. I wanted to put some new blinds up, but a little too chilly today. So
I'm sure
more fun doing this anyway.
That's right. Then, hey, I'm sure you got plenty of work to do trying to get your new place all set up and everything. And I guess we need to bring you some bread and salt, huh?
Bread and salt?
Isn't that the tradition for a new home? To what do you call it? Blessed, I guess.
Is that a Southern thing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess I'm too far south. But it was chilly this morning too when I took off and took Nick Ram to the Elf's College there this morning. So
see, in Michigan, you would bring me a Coney Island and a Verner's.
Oh, okay. Well, wouldn't know anything about that. I haven't been.
Yeah, it's a Michigan thing. Charlie might know. He's out there. Hi, Charlie.
Yeah.
Eric, Moesha, good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Santa KF, Kevin, AJ.
Well, let's get on into something burger. How about it?
Man,
you hungry?
See, Charlie knows. Verner's. Charlie knows.
There you go.
Hey, good to see everybody again. Welcome. It is something burger time. We have a couple of always questions. We like to get everybody's input. We both have a question for today. Go ahead, Scott. You can get started on your question first if you like. We'll get started. That usually it's my turn, but Scott, you can go first. And please put in on the comments some information that's kind of we can banter back and forth because, like I said, we're always better together and to learn from each other. So. Scott, what's your great question there?
What do you answer to a child when he says this line, if he's in line and in front of other children, I know you're not the real Santa. So what do we do? I know what I do occasionally, but, it just depends. I usually say, well, why do you not think I'm the real Santa? That's usually, I usually go back with another question. Or I don't try to, that's one I don't try to sidestep. But I usually have my key on, my ring on, my big character toe boots. And I said, do all the other Santas have this? And I kind of go in, and maybe I'll talk about the reindeer or talk about, how they fly or give them some stats about the North Pole. And usually, before they leave, they've got they're questioning, maybe he is. So that's my take on it. Anybody else have any comments, or you? What do you do, Randall?
Yeah, anybody else having comments? Like I said, if it's always that I think it's rather uncomfortable. You're sitting in the chair or wherever you're at, and some child yells out, "Oh, I know you're not the real Santa," and of course you're around other children, and so it's for a long time it's made me step back, but it's kind of the same thing. Scott said, I kind of sidestep it a little bit, and I kind of laugh or like ho it off and talk about things about me that gets their mind away from, are you the real Santa or not, and it depends upon the age also of the other ones that are around. It's if you can take it a step further, to making them believe a little bit more, or go into the thing, there's, you can believe in me if you want to, or you believe in another Santa, however you want to, but in your heart, we know there's always a Santa out there for everyone. That's so, right. I mean, there's lots of different answers. I'm just kind of curious because we got some great watchers here that probably have heard that line. And how do you deal with that line when a child yells, I know you're not the real Santa? And it's the worst thing is when you're one-on-one, it's not too bad. But when you're with a group of other children, it kind of puts you against the wall a little bit. Kevin says, tell them little facts about the reindeer and also etc. Right? That's exactly what Scott said. Yeah, kind of divert that question. Don't hit the question. I've never hit the question right on, oh, yes, I am, or no, I'm not. I don't hit the question right on. Kind of divert it. And in the magic field, we call it misdirection.
Right.
Is what we call it. Is you kind of misdirect, or like you said, Scott, you kind of ask another question to get their mind thinking about it also, about another one.
Sometimes I'll say, well, I seem to feel real.
Yeah. And I'll go, are you real? I'm real. Are you? No. Or I'll make a joke. No, I am a robot. I am a robot. Of course, they giggle when you do that,
Right.
So it's same thing. It's just to divert that thought process. At least that's the way I do it for a few moments. And then you can go into being your jolly self and everybody else. Then you can go talk to another child. That's what I do. And I don't mean to not answer the child, but you don't want to take it away from the other ones.
Like Charlie said, believing in and being Santa comes from the heart. You're absolutely right, Charlie.
Yeah, and Bruce, I know Bruce is out there. I saw he said, talk about the rings, exactly what Scott said. You talk about whatever you have, keys, rings, your bells, your boots, your your real beard. Make sure you tell them it's real. It's not, so you just try to. Okay, Moisture says, oh no, Santa, please don't put them on the naughty list for not believing. Oh, very good. Yeah.
That's a good one if you have a Mrs. Claus with you.
Yes.
Or an elf.
It's always great to have a helper. Oh boy, Santa's got such a man. And person that can take over those things so well, Mrs. Claus or an elf. That is just dynamite.
Yeah. And Moesha and Eric have learned so much and have picked up from all their travels a lot of things that, just like she said, I wouldn't have necessarily thought of that, but that's an excellent sidestep. Oh, Santa, please. No naughty list for him.
Yeah. She totally diverts the question and to Santa about hearing that. And that's fantastic. And that's why there's just great answers. That's why I love this segment, because you guys, really, you're out there every day. Well, not every day, but this holiday time every day, experiencing this stuff, and it all makes us all better. It really does. Thank you.
Okay.
Got any other comments about it? If not, we'll go to the next question. We got hi y'all from. Let's see, hi y'all from. Oh, Ken from. Hi Ken. We're going to do the next question. I guess we're going to go to the next question on Something Burger because we're still hungry for more. How many of you are running your Santa business as a sole proprietor, or do you prefer an LLC? What benefits do you see one over the other? It's more of a business-minded this is a very business-minded question instead of a situation thing about a child. But how many of you are just a sole proprietor and you just use your social security number or whatever you want to call it? We've got somebody special popping in to see us. It's Wendell the Wascally Wabbit.
Oh my goodness gracious.
There he is.
Hello.
Real quick.
Everybody.
My mother did not take the banner off. Mother, you're supposed to take the banner off. Background.
Oh.
She forgot to do that.
We're rocking and rolling. At least Bob's here.
We're still talking.
So we're doing fine.
Here's Wendell the Wabbit, everybody.
Everybody say hello to Wendell the Wascally Wabbit.
Have you got any Wabbit food?
Any Wabbit food?
Well, we're so glad, Wendell, you stopped by to say hello, and I hear that you've been wiggling your tail feathers at the mall and behaving and seeing a lot of boys and girls and doing an awesome job there. So hope you don't get stuck in your hole or anything coming home.
Love you too, Wascally Wabbit. You Wascally Wabbit. Bye-bye. See you.
Bye, Wendell.
We don't want to see that tail. Oh, that's just wrong. I'm sorry. Oh no. That's the dancer there. Oh, that was fantastic. Great you guys stopped in. Fantastic.
Blowing kisses from Wendell the Wabbit.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Wendell. Bye, Angela. See you soon. Thanks,
See you.
guys.
Thanks, Angela.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And my mother, tell her to push background and take that background screen off.
Okay.
We'll see.
Carol, there, we got rid of her. She said, push background, take the background screen off. Well, I'm fine. Are you fine?
I'm fine. Yeah.
It
All right,
just
let's go back
reminds
to
us
that
where we
question.
are.
Let's go back to the question again. Who out there is a sole proprietor or LLC, and why do you feel there's a big difference or need for one or the other? We have LLC gives you, oh, hey, Greg, how are you? Good to see you. I haven't talked to you for a while. LLC gives you more protection. Of course, it looks for professional. Of course, yeah, LLC means, of course, it's a business. So they can't take your house if you get sued. They can't take your bank account. It just whatever is the company has. So if you do a lot of events that are public, it's probably a pretty good idea to do that. It
Also depends on your volume, I think, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you only do everything free every year, but it still has to do with being sued too. I mean,
Right.
that's the whole thing. It still is. Doesn't matter if you do $500 or $50,000. Being sued for who you are, if something happens, that can make difference between a sole proprietorship, which they can take whatever personally, or they can take your or just whatever the company is worth.
What about a living trust?
A living trust that I don't know.
Say everything I own is in a living trust. My house, my cars, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because the trust owns it. The trustees are my wife and I. So if they go to sue me, they can sue me all they want. They can't sue the trust.
See, maybe that's like not an LLC for your Santa business or your entertainment business, but that is a protection of your own personal business. An LLC is like a protection of your personal business. Right. So
and my tax attorney just said, as long as since I've got the living trust, I didn't need the other. But I have insurance that's
yeah.
Memories with the clauses,
Let's see now. I see Nathan. Hey, Nathan, how you doing? Good to see you. This is a personal preference. I'm going to read Nathan's little ad thing here if everybody hasn't seen it. This is a personal preference. I think whoever is in business asking the question should consult an attorney or an accountant. Great thing to say. You really should talk to your attorney or definitely your accountant to see what needs to be protected that way. Two very good question or statement to say talk to an attorney or an accountant. And Nathan also says, I personally am on an LLC because of family and the assets. That same thing. Like he said, he's protecting his assets and his family from his business. Good choice. There we go. Now we got the black background. Very cool.
Oh, there we go. But yes, you're absolutely correct. The LLC does protect you from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
And in the self-proprietorship, I actually do a self-proprietorship, but it's just LLC I don't really know enough about, so I really can't speak completely educated about it due to the fact that do you have to file separate taxes for an LLC?
Right. I mean, and most people do a business. I mean, it could be a business and you've got deductions and, you have to then, of course, have a separate bank account. You have to, make sure you pay all your bills separately that way, which a little bit more work. But, there's some Santas without a doubt making good money, $40,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year at least, being Santa. And so it's a business. It's no different than having a real job and you make $50,000 a year,
right?
Even though you're Santa instead. I think it's a smart thing to do is to cover yourself, and even if you're just love to do charity work, it's all part of. You should have insurance and besides, just because of it's. I hate to say these letters, but CYA. We all know what that means. Just cover your
rear.
Blank. But yeah, it's a good choice. And they don't really cost that much, or because some people do a DBA and DBA does nothing. It just means you're a business. So make sure it's an LLC or a S corp. I think is another word or another thing that people can do is called an S corp. Also, but do exactly I think what Nathan said is probably the smartest thing to do.
The
Talk
LLC,
to an attorney or talk to an accountant about it. But
the LLC is easier than the S corp.
Is it okay? Yeah, I just know there's that letters, and I don't have one of those, so I get the LLC. So
Greg's absolutely right about the fact that it looks very professional, and you look more credible.
Credible.
Yeah. So and I think thank you, Greg, for that. You're right, and cover your assets. She said is what Moise said.
There you go. Great.
Because that's
great
what
play
doing.
on words there, Moise. Thank you very much. Great play on words. Wonderful.
But
wonderful.
you are covering your assets. Being yourself, maybe.
More ways than one.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's why I love that segment. And Bob made it up because to interact and to help each other out. Some people might not even understood what it meant. So great. Well, I think we're good. Very good, guys.
Move on to our trivia today.
Yeah, I think it's trivia time. It is trivia time. So I guess that means we need to run the promo right there, Carol.
Hey everyone, Elf Angela Mack here for Bob, Randyl and Company Live. The show about nothing. Bob, Randyl and Company Live is brought to you by Santa's Closet. Santa's Closet has been delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since 2004. Santa's Closet's main goal is to provide both a superior customer experience with tremendous value for their customers. Santa's Closet brings more than 400 separate products to the Claus community at a reasonable price. Santa's Closet is under new ownership. Let's welcome Santa Wade and Scarlett Kaufman of Tennessee, whom will continue the tradition of bringing you products of unparalleled quality and design. Don't forget to visit their sites at santascloset.org and support their efforts of bringing quality products to the community. This is Angela Mack reminding you to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob, Randyl and Company Live and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
Well, we want to thank Santa Wade and Scarlett Kaufman of Smyrna, Tennessee, for bringing the trivia question today, and that's at santascloset.org. Why don't you read the trivia,
Randyl? Man, it's a cool one. It's a cool one, everybody. Las Vegas is the #1 most popular wedding destination. You know, what place to get hitched, where Elvis got married and a whole bunch of other people got married, Where is the second most popular destination to get married? Las Vegas is the first most popular place to go and to get married. What city is the second most popular place to get married in? I think you'll be kind of shocked at this one.
No, for me, it was
that's not Bozeman, Montana. No, I'm sorry. It's not Bozeman, Montana. Sorry, it's not there.
For me, it was the Philippines.
Philippines. Ah, very cool.
Destination wedding. I was living there, but...
So it wasn't a destination for you.
It was just a destination coming home.
Shotgun wedding or no?
No, not quite, but it probably should have been. But anyhow,
so yeah, just name the city. The city that is the second most popular city. Doesn't have to be the name of just the second most popular city that people go to after Las Vegas. Las Vegas is #1. What's #2? The second most popular city. I think you'll be shocked.
Yeah,
I think you'll be shocked. Interesting. Somebody said Niagara Falls. Who is that? Niagara Falls, Bruce? Never know.
Key West, Florida was another one answer.
Yeah, Key West. Oh, Charlie, I think you just want to go there to Key West, man. That's a beautiful area down there.
You know,
Niagara Falls, step by step.
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, there's,
I'm just trying to think.
Oh, there's so many. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, Charlie, I'm sure. Didn't you just have 6 inches of snow up there in Cadillac, Charlie? I think Charlie just had 6 inches of snow up north. So I think he definitely wants to head down to Key West and get some sunshine and sand between his toes. But we will reveal the answer in a little bit. We will. It's a pretty surprising name. So I guess there's one more promo we do right afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. And
let's run that one, and then
we'll run that one. Oh my goodness. Hot off the wire. It's Elf and Chatterbox News just right into the studio. And we're going to turn it over to Randall for the first part.
Wow. There's so many cool things going on. I mean, it is amazing. I first have to talk real quick about last weekend. Last weekend, Ben Bellhorn and Kimmy Claus did a great job too, helping out for the weekend with Tim Conahan down there in their class. I heard it was a fantastic weekend. The pictures looked great. I heard some stories about it. It was a great time. They had a cool background. They all set up a couple Christmas trees in a backdrop for their pictures, and they had a photo booths. And I mean, it was great time. Of course, extremely great learning at Tim's class. Quite a few guys got their master's degree in Santaology. So that was last weekend. That was just a quick view of that. But of course, coming up at Maps, we have Santa True. CPW, Christmas Performers Workshop, June. Why am I saying January? I did it last week too. June 1st and 2nd in Rothbury, it's Bury, Michigan. It's right about there, right on Lake Michigan, right in between like Traverse City and Chicago. It's June 1st and 2nd. Of course, Christmas Performers Workshop is a performers-based event, class. And there's a special going on till the end of the month, $195 for Santa. Then if a Santa and Mrs. Claus want to come, it's only $300. Then price has to go up in April for the month. And so there's plenty of room. There's 28 people already signed up. So that's June 1st and 2nd. Then if you want to tack on that weekend, it's called the Jingle Joy Retreat. That's the 3rd and the 4th. Right there in the same location at Rothbury, Michigan, on Saturday and Sunday is the Jingle Joy Retreat. It's a fellowship gathering fun weekend. There'll be classes, there'll be golf, there'll be crafts. There's going to entertainment night, movie out by the park, and that's a free. Yes, I said free weekend. There's no charge to come to the weekend. You have to pay for your hotel or your campground, but that's a weekend. Of course, CPW is a paid school, but the rest, that's a free weekend to get away with your brothers in red and your sisters in red. So it's a great weekend. That's January. Put them together, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. 4 days of fellowship and fun, and 2 days of class, 2 days of fun, 4 days incredible. So that's coming up. Yeah, sponsored by Maps.
That's in June.
That's June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Well, so then the next is you're going to do
Santa Family Reunions coming up Saturday, April the 15th through Thursday, April the 20th. And guess what? Reindeer games are going to be played on the, the 17th. And they will start approximately 5:30ish in the main auditorium. And who knows? We've got Santa Mitch Allen, Michael Howell, Lee Andrews, and one more guest that will be participating there, and that will be determined. So you'll need to watch on Tuesday Night Live, because we will be there with T&L Productions broadcasting live on the Hire Santa page as well as the T&L page, the Tuesday Night Live page. So that's going to be something special that y'all be Bob and I will be there live and bring it to you straight from Gatlinburg. So if you're going to be there, come by and say hi to us. We'll be in the vendors area on Saturday, not Saturday, on Thursday all day, and on or Wednesday all day, and Tuesday we'll be there around during the day, but in the evening we'll be there for the reindeer games and be broadcasting them. So do stop by and say hello to us, and don't forget, tune in to Tuesday Night Live, because we'll be right after the reindeer games. We'll be live with our guest, our special guest, which you'll tell us about, I guess, in a few minutes. And the other thing I don't want you to forget about is the School of Santas. 2 weeks, and the classes are filling up. The first class is almost full, and the second class is about half full. So, I mean, if you're wanting to go, I think it's a golden opportunity to meet with other Santas and have a lot of fun. That's in July the 13th through the 16th, and July the 20th through the 23rd. That's Spangle's School of Santas, and it's in Branson, Missouri. Hey, bring your kids. It's a vacation, grandkids, whatever. It's a great deal. We go to shows. There's entertainment there in the classroom in the evenings for a couple of nights. You don't want to miss the Elvis show. It's going to really be a production this year. So we look forward to seeing everybody at School of Santas and possibly in Gatlinburg. You got anything to add to that, Randall?
Yeah, I want to go back to the Gatlinburg. Don't forget, at the reindeer games, all the proceeds, all the money that's collected goes to a children's charity. So it's not just to have fun. It's not just to watch the reindeer games and everything else, and the eggs get smashed again between Mitch and Michael Howe, and emceed by Michael Herbie Brewer. It's all the proceeds go to charity, and that's what we're here for. We love the children, so all that goes to charity. And then, of course, School of Santa. Come on, I mean, it is so cool. You get 4 meals, 4 dinners, 3 lunches. Of course, if you stay at the hotel, you got breakfast for staying in the hotel. It's right there down in the first floor. And then you've got the room for the cookies and the milk and the ice cream and the shows. And besides the internet, and of course, this year, special guest speaker is Ed Taylor. So he's going to be there both weeks. But yeah, there's almost 90 people set up for the first week. Then there's some that are staying for both weeks, and they're over 30 some already, almost 40 some for the second week.
52, I think it's the second
week.
52.
Wow, that's really great. It's getting closer, but don't miss. It's it'll be a fantastic week that Spangle puts on. Besides, this guy next to me, I don't know which way you're seeing him, but the barbecue is incredible. I have the barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be smoking some pulled pork up for Spangle, which everybody raves about every year. Who knows? I don't know. A cook doesn't usually rave about their own food. So, but everybody says it's good. So we'll keep doing it.
Yeah, Charlie just put in there, because Charlie Johnson's going to be part of the reindeer games also. He put in there, it says Smoky Mountains Children's Home and Toys for Tots. So 2 very, very good charities that the money is for. The reindeer games with Mitch Allen and everybody. So like Scott said, it's gonna be casted on both Mitch's feed if you want to watch there, or of course Tuesday Night Live. So you don't miss it. It's a riot. I mean, we just laughed like crazy last year and did reindeer games up at CP Charles W. Howard. I almost said the CPW, but Charles W. Howard. They had reindeer games. It was just hilarious. So don't miss it. Don't miss it.
It's a lot of fun, and if you've never watched them, which I have not, so it's going to be an experience for me, but I understand that you probably need to go to the little boys' room before you get there, because you're going to laugh so hard.
And just a little hint. I don't know how many people ever went to movies where you would kind of put the plastic up in front of you.
Rocky Horror Picture
Rocky Horror, because so many things will be thrown. Well, if you're in the front row and you're smashing eggs and everything, you might want to get a sheet of plastic. Just a little hint.
Poncho. Hey, I never thought about it. Maybe we should have some T&L ponchos.
Wow, cool.
Disposable. Boy, that's an idea. Well,
great idea.
Bob. We'll have to ask Bob. He's the one in charge.
But man, there's so many great things coming up. There are schools everywhere. Don't miss them. I mean, we all know that The education is phenomenal because that what makes us all better is the education. But the fellowship that we get during that time, I was talking to Kimmy Claus this morning, and she said the weekend was fantastic, but just talking to everybody was just dynamite. You learn so much just spending that time 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night or first thing in the morning before you start class or at lunchtime, going over stuff. So that is priceless. It's priceless. So don't miss any of those if you can. I mean, if you can go. Yeah, AJ, I agree. I think I'm gonna have a great time hanging out with you guys. AJ had to put something.
Yeah,
Up there.
Charlie had said that it's more like a Gallagher event. Bring a raincoat or a poncho. Bring a poncho.
That's funny. That's good.
And if you want to get more info, he said SantaFamilyReunion.com was from Charlie as well. Let's move on to our upcoming guest, and then we can reveal our trivia answer.
Very cool.
Do you want to do it?
You want to do it? You want to do the guest?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The guest coming up again. It's just a list. Go on and on. We of course adding on more and more every week. But March 28th, we've been teasing back forth about Charlie, but Charlie is going to be our guest on March 28th. Charlie Johnson is an incredible Santa. He looks dynamite. Probably one of the fastest typers I know when it comes to answers and all that kind of stuff. But Charlie is helps out so much at so many different events and gatherings. He's got great experience. Don't miss. And like I said, every week, sorry, Charlie, I'm going to say it again. They've got to see your commercials. So don't miss Charlie, March 28th. Then I talked about this gentleman because what he did last weekend with Tim Conaham and Ohio Santas last weekend is Ben Bellhorn. April 4th. Wow, April. I'm moving the summer
Trying
on.
to get us to the end of the year.
I am. April 4th is Ben Bellhorn. Again, a new Santa. But man, he's just dynamite, man. He just likes to get the classes in. He's done a couple of those. He's just taken Ohio Santas to a new level. What a nice guy. Family, Logan. Hi, dude. Good to see you, pal. I'm saying hi. And Logan's his son, by the way. But don't miss Ben because he is a new Santa and he's got so many great ideas and he really does. He really is great for the business. Then on April 11th, man, another incredible Santa and just speaker and entertainer. Let's put it that way. Jeff McMullen. Jeff McMullen, of course, is based out of Wisconsin. 30 plus years, Ringling Brothers, put stuff together for Ringling Brothers, like training and skits. I mean, the guy he is a performer. Besides his demeanor and talk is just, you will just like soothe, like, and things he's done is really, really incredible. Don't miss Jeff. And he's got, of course, Kringle U, his school. He also has a special hut that he put together with last week's guest here on Tuesday Night Live, Lauren. They were collaborating on a shed, so he's even got one of those he can talk about. But don't miss Jeff McMullen, incredible entertainer, gentleman has full of heart, and he'll even talk about a lot about how it is to work under maybe medical problems, because he's had a fair amount of medical problems, and thank God and for prayers that he's doing better or getting by every day. So don't miss Jeff McMullen on April 11th. Then April 18th, Jamie Dozer, a full-time professional Santa that does, he's a member of Cotton State Santas and all that, has a list of accolades, has a list of things that you're just going to go, man, I remember doing that, or that is, and you'll laugh and you'll feel the heart pull of some things that he's done. So don't miss Jamie Dozer on some of the stuff he's done. I mean, it is just, it'll take you on a roller coaster, the heartfelt stuff, and then the funny stuff that the shows that he has done, or performances, I shouldn't say shows, performances that Jamie has done. And that's April 18th.
We'll be broadcasting from Gatlinburg on that one too.
Wow, man. Gatlinburg, crazy. I mean, can you believe it's already going to be the end of April?
Yeah, I can't believe we're already there.
And then May 2nd. Yeah, we're talking about May 2nd. Bruce Katowicz. Sorry, Bruce. I probably pronounced your name wrong. Bruce is a professor in Canada. Bruce is in Windsor. He's the professor, and he's going to be at Carnegie Hall next year, guys. Yes, Carnegie Hall. You've got to listen to Bruce. You've got to learn how he helps your voice. His voice will just soothe you to not to sleep, but Bruce is an incredible Santa. He is a designer Santa. He can talk about that. Looks like, the parade Santa, beautiful, beautiful costumes, beautiful suits, beautiful thing, but you can't miss Bruce. I mean, he's just, he helps us every year at MAPS, teaches us, because it is about saving your voice, about being able to project. I mean, and without hurting yourself. Don't miss Bruce. And that is May 2nd. Then jump to May 16th. We've got some people, of course, in between there. Dave Sanders again. Saunders is the firefighter again. Talk about a roller coaster night that's going to be, because he's going to talk about, he was a firefighter at 9/11. But he is a professional Santa, professional actor. But he's the stuff that he has done throughout the years is going to bring tears, going to bring hope, going to bring joy to everybody when you listen to him. It's phenomenal. Don't miss. Again, there's a few weeks in between there. We're filling in with other Santas, but man, Tuesday night. And again, I'll say it again, our favorite F word, free. All this education, all this stuff, everybody on Tuesday nights hearing about that, teaching everybody is free. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. I rambled on again. Thanks, Scott, but don't miss Tuesday Night Live.
Hey, you do a great job, and Randall, I'm honored to be on here because I learn something from you every time I'm on here or watch you guys. So anyhow, let's what do you think? Shall we reveal the trivia answer? I got that twisted, didn't I?
I don't know if we even had an answer.
I don't know that we got a correct answer.
I don't think we've got a right answer, so I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do under that. Oh, there
Carol. Was no correct answer. There was a lot of different answers, but none were correct.
Yeah. So I guess what should we
do? We reveal it or do we hold it to another day?
I can put it up again real quick and see if they want to keep trying to find the answer. Let me put it up.
Yeah, we'll put up the question one more time, and then we'll go to the magical moments, and then we'll come back and see if somebody can Google it.
Should we give a little hint?
Give a little hint. It's something coming up, city coming up.
I think that mountain air has something to do with it.
Oh, mountain air. I don't smoke, though.
It's not a vape.
Oh, well, something about, never mind. I don't know if that was a hint or not.
Well, I know that if I was to look for a destination, I would like something with some fresh mountain air.
Hint. Or something.
Okay, well, let's move on, and Carol, let's run the magical moments.
Yeah, because we're gonna.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello, and thank you for joining us again for a magical Santa's Magical Moments. I talked about last week about how so many things are magical and you can make it that way. But remember, we all have the magic inside us. We all do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be Santa. We all have that magical thing inside of us. And that's what we have to bring out. And it doesn't have to be props. But some props really help us become more magical. And this is something also I have to say, Mel, everybody knows Santa Mel. Mel always says on her Thursday nights that we are all magical. And she is very true, because we are. And that's what we have to convey. And of course, in our hearts, we are. And the children then just feel that. Now I'm going to make this a little quick one today, because because Carol's got to pick up somebody in a few minutes here. But little things that you can make more magical just by taking a few moments. Like I went to um, Michael's and bought this little box, put a little, varnish on it, and then you open it up. And this is something that you can, what's inside, probably can't, it's probably a little too bright. I don't know if how many of you people, they're called hand warmers. Of course, you can do this becomes magical to a child when you hold it. Of course, it fills up with the liquid. Of course, your heat of your hand makes it grow. But you can make it look very, very magical, not just by bringing this piece of glass, but then you add a little box to it. You add something a little bit more. And of course, like I said last week, you add a story. You add a backstory or like this. I've shown this box a lot of times because I just love it. It's secret. It's a very secret place I bought it. It's called eBay. I bought the box on eBay. Yes, I bought the box on eBay, and the item inside, I think it was $15 on eBay. This is just a napkin. And this is a globe I bought at the dollar store. So you don't have to spend a lot of money as long as you make your story magical. If the children, then you take this out, you bring this along, you open it up. The children, of course, and you build it up first that this is a special magical dream globe. All your dreams you will keep forever. If a child asks you, let's say, about they miss their mom or dad or their grandma or grandpa or their puppy, and you say, well, you have them in your heart, don't you? Of course I do. Well, you know what? I've had the magic snow globe. You will keep that always in your heart. Of course, you can take it out and you do the whole story about, think of a wonderful, wonderful time that you had with your puppy or your grandma and your grandpa, and you're thinking about it. And in a few moments, it'll just go from your home to the magic snow globe and last forever. And of course, then you just a little turn on the bottom. You just turn it, and of course, it starts flashing. And you can do that live. You can do that virtual. And the whole story is very magical to the child. And then you warm their heart because you made them remember their mom or their dad or their grandma or grandpa or their puppy. And then now you give them a beautiful thing that they were sad about, and you turn it into a beautiful, loving thing that shows the magic of Santa. That really isn't magic. It's a dollar store. So I got one here. I still got it with the tag on it. It's a dollar store ornament. And a $19.95, or a $20 box. But then it becomes how you say your story and present it to the children. That's where the magic inside you comes out. That's where the storytelling, that's where the love that you already have being Santa and Mrs. Claus comes out. And Mrs. Claus would just be dynamite at that, because she's got that also deep caring thing to make sure of a child that is upset about missing grandma and grandpa or somebody. Mrs. Claus just, to me, would be dynamite going through that routine with a child. But it doesn't have to be a major prop. It doesn't have to be a magic trick. It's that magic inside us we need to bring out and convey to all the children and the parents. So we've got to go. I'll talk to you soon. Magical moments. See you later. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, Randall. That was a great, great segment and some great advice for not a whole lot of investment, and you just get your backstory going. I guess that, are there any other questions? I think we have a winner, actually. I think somebody did come up with it and answer it. There were an awful lot of good answers. I mean, and if we had to pick one of those destinations, I think that any one of them would have been a great wedding destination.
Yeah, especially Diane. Yeah, Hawaii. Diane, I like that one. It's very good. That's a great, great, great place. Hi, Kimmy.
Carol, who was our winner?
Who was our winner? Yeah, it says Facebook.
It says Facebook user, and I don't know.
Okay, I went back and looked.
I've got it here. I've got it.
Ute Brothers.
Yeah, Ute Brothers. Ut Brothers. UTT Brothers.
UTT Brothers. Ute Brothers.
Yeah, Ut Brothers. Got it on here. Ut Brothers. Yep. Gatlinburg. Can you believe that Gatlinburg is number 2 most popular place to have a wedding? Las Vegas, number 1. Gatlinburg, Tennessee is number 2 for the second most popular place to get married.
And if you could, whoever the Ute Brothers are, congratulations. And if you can reach out to Bob and private message him on the Tuesday Night Live show page and leave him your address, Spangle the Clown will mail you in for Santa's Closet your prize, and it's from Santa's Closet, but I think Spangle got a handful of them when they were doing the transition from Tom over to the new owners. And so anyhow, thank you for playing, and we love being here, and we've had a great time. And Carol, you have done an absolutely perfect
Thank you, Carol,
job.
for filling in. You've been wonderful.
Thank you.
Carol's got to go. She's got to go play taxi driver. Is why
we're jumping out of here.
We're
But anyhow, thanks
so.
everybody for being on. Don't forget to show up tomorrow night, 7:00 Tuesday Night Live with Bob and Spangle for the Tuesday Night Live show. So once again, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay magical. See you soon.
Be jolly, my friends.